Imagine stepping onto a train and realizing there is no driver. No engineer sitting in the front cab. No operator controlling the speed. No one steering the train through tunnels and stations. The doors close, the train pulls away smoothly, and thousands of passengers travel safely across the city, guided entirely by computers, sensors, and automated control systems. Most people would assume this kind of technology is common in the United States. After all, America is often viewed as a global leader in innovation, technology, and transportation. But when it comes to fully automated metro systems, the surprising leader in North America is actually Canada. While many American cities continue debating the future of public transit, Canada is quietly building and expanding driverless rail networks in multiple cities. Vancouver already operates one of the world's most successful automated metro systems. Montreal is constructing one of North America's largest driverless rail projects. Toronto is investing heavily in advanced transit technology. Ottawa continues expanding modern rail infrastructure. And Edmonton is preparing its network for future generations of transportation. Together, these projects reveal a transportation revolution that many people outside Canada hardly notice. Vancouver's SkyTrain is the starting point for any serious comparison. The system opened in 1985-41 years ago as one of the first large-scale driverless metro networks in the world. It currently operates across 3 lines: the Expo Line, the Millennium Line, and the Canada Line. Together, those 3 lines cover approximately 85 kilometers of track and serve 53 stations. SkyTrain carries over 500,000 passengers daily, making it one of the busiest transit systems in Canada. The Expo Line, the system's original trunk route, runs 28.8 kilometers from Waterfront Station in downtown Vancouver to King George Station in Surrey. The Millennium Line, which branches from the Expo Line and loops through Burnaby and Coquitlam, adds 27.6 kilometers. The Canada Line, which opened in time for the 2010 Winter Olympics and connects downtown Vancouver to Richmond and Vancouver International Airport, contributes another 19.2 kilometers. Every kilometer, every station, every train on all 3 lines operates with no driver. SkyTrain's fully automated operation allows for high service frequency, with trains running as often as every 2 minutes during peak hours. A human-operated metro system cannot match that frequency without proportional increases in operating staff costs. A driverless system's frequency is limited primarily by track capacity and signaling headway, both engineering problems, not labor problems. The practical result of automation at SkyTrain is that passengers can arrive at any station at any time and rarely wait more than 3 to 5 minutes for a train, regardless of whether it is a peak commute hour or a Sunday afternoon. That service quality is the operational product of 41 years of continuous automated metro operation in a mid-sized Canadian city that most Americans cannot locate on a map. The SkyTrain network is also still expanding. The Broadway subway project is currently under construction, extending the Millennium Line 5.7 kilometers westward from its current terminus at VCC Clark Station through 7 new underground stations to Arbutus Street, with a projected opening of 2026. The Surrey-Langley SkyTrain extension will add approximately 16 kilometers of elevated guideway and 8 new stations connecting King George Station to Langley Centre. Combined, these 2 projects add more than 20 kilometers and 15 stations to a driverless network that was already the longest automated metro in the Western Hemisphere at the time the extensions were approved. Montreal's REM is the other major reference point, and its scale, relative to what Canada had previously built, makes it the most significant North American transit project of the current decade. In November 2025, Alstom welcomed the commissioning of an additional 33 kilometers of the Réseau Express Metropolitan in Montreal, Canada, marking a major milestone in expanding the region's driverless transit network. The REM uses fully automated Alstom Metropolis train sets operating on a proprietary electrified guideway system. Platform screen doors at every station eliminate the risk of passengers falling onto tracks, a safety architecture that conventional subway systems with manually operated doors cannot replicate at equivalent cost. The November 2025 commissioning brought the total REM network to approximately 67 kilometers of operating track serving 26 stations, with the remaining segments of the full network continuing toward completion. When fully completed, the REM will span approximately 67 kilometers and connect Montreal's downtown core to the South Shore via a new tunnel under the Street, Lawrence River, to Montreal Pierre Elliott Trudeau International Airport via a dedicated rail link, to the West Island suburbs via the existing Deux Montagnes corridor, and to Brossard on the South Shore. It is the first major urban rail network in Canadian history, designed from inception as a fully automated system rather than retrofitted with automation after construction. The decision to build new rather than automate existing was itself a commercial and operational judgment. A greenfield automated network is cheaper to build at full automation than retrofitting a conventional subway with the signaling, safety barriers, and operational changes automation requires. Ottawa's O-Train Confederation line opened Phase 1 in 2019 and completed Phase 2 expansion in 2023, adding stations east and west of the original alignment. The system uses communications-based train control technology, the same signaling architecture that underpins fully automated systems and operates with a driver on board for the current configuration, though the platform and operational infrastructure are designed to support higher automation levels as the network matures. Ottawa's Transit Authority has been investing in modernization following service reliability issues in the system's initial years, with ongoing work to bring the Confederation line to consistent operational performance before any further automation discussion advances. Toronto's transit expansion program is the largest in Canadian history by capital investment. The Ontario Line, a 15.6-kilometer subway running from the Ontario Science Centre south through Leslieville, the downtown core, and across to Exhibition Place, is under active construction and designed from inception with fully automated operations capability. The Eglinton Crosstown LRT, now in final commissioning stages, will add 19 kilometers of rapid transit through the city's Midtown corridor once it opens. The Scarborough subway extension extends Line 2 3 stops northeast. The Yonge North subway extension pushes Line 1 5 stations further into York Region. All of these projects are proceeding simultaneously, with combined budgets measured in tens of billions of dollars, representing the most concentrated urban transit investment in North America outside of the New York Metropolitan Transportation Authority's expansion programs. Edmonton's Valley Line West LRT opened its initial downtown to south campus, Fort Edmonton segment in December 2023, extending the city's LRT network westward, using low-floor vehicles designed for mixed street running and elevated operation. Edmonton's LRT network spans 3 lines covering over 30 kilometers and 31 stations, with planning for further expansion continuing under the city's transit master plan. Calgary operates a different model. Its SkyTrain network covers 59.5 kilometers across 2 lines and 45 stations, making it the longest free fare zone light rail system in North America by track length, with the downtown free zone remaining as one of the few major examples of center city fare-free rapid transit anywhere in the world. Canada has 8 major airports with some form of automated rail transit connection, including Vancouver's Canada Line, Toronto's Union Pearson Express, and Edmonton's Metro LRT link, placing Canada among the countries with the highest proportion of major airports connected to automated or rail rapid transit. The United States has automated people movers at airports' short, low-speed shuttle systems connecting terminals. It has partial automation on older transit lines in a handful of cities. It does not have a fully driverless heavy metro comparable to Vancouver's SkyTrain or Montreal's REM operating in any major American city. The reasons range from union contract structures governing transit workers, to the political complexity of federal funding approval, to the sheer cost of urban construction in American cities. None of those reasons have prevented Canada from building these systems. Vancouver opened a fully automated Metro 41 years ago. Montreal opened the newest one in 2023. 3 more Canadian cities are mid-construction on major automated or automation-ready rail expansions right now. The technology exists, the operational record exists. The evidence is in the ridership data of 500,000 daily passengers on a driverless system in British Columbia that has been running continuously since Ronald Reagan was in his first term.